Badgers heavy hitters. You need to lean back a little bit so that your head's all the way in, bud. There you go. I don't want them to think that you're brainless, you know what I mean? So anyway, thank you for the last episode. I know we made it like two homeboys chopping it up, but more than anything, but I want to get back to your story. So you're in a county jail for 3 months, 4 months, whatever. You get bailed out by your informant's mother. You know what I mean? Did you break her off anything?
Nah. So it was my lady. So my lady's mom had got with this dude and they were boyfriend and girlfriend for like 20 years. So my lady and this dude grew up as brother and sister, but they aren't biological. And my lady's mom felt, because he told on me and I was with her daughter, she's just felt obligated and took the money out, and I had a $50,000 cash only bond, and she just blessed me. And because my lady was going through it and stressed and just everything, and she just felt kind of obligated, and she just helped me out and knew that I needed to get a lawyer, and she was persistent on me getting a lawyer. And at one point, until it was for sure that I was going to get enough money to get the lawyer, she was going to talking about paying for it because she did not like what the public defender was talking about. My first plea was 7 to 12 while I was in the county. And my uncle told me on the phone, like, you better not take the first plea no matter what. Yeah. So I knew no matter what, I wasn't going to. And when they said 7 to 12, I was like, oh, yeah, like, it's a wrap. Like, it's a wrap.
Okay, so you're still 18, right? You go to court, they tell you 7 to 12. You go back to your cell that night. Let these motherfuckers know what you felt inside, bro. Like, did you feel like burying your face in a pillow and crying? Did you feel like fucking, yeah, I could do this on my head? Or
I felt like I wanted to shoot somebody fucking like $15, dog, and fucking eat like 6 or 7 tranquilizer Thorazines, and I wanted to fucking never wake up again, bro. I thought my fucking lady was gonna be getting fucked by old Jody and Sancho. I thought my friends were gonna be gone and moved on. I thought I was gonna know anybody. I thought I was gonna miss my brother's first MMA fight. Fucking my lady was pregnant, for God's sakes, with our fucking first kid, and ended up fucking giving my child up for adoption. It was a fucked up situation, bro. I trusted someone. They could have took a slap on the motherfucking wrist. That kid would have taken a simple possession charge. It was under the threshold. He literally could have got Prop 205 possession and got probation, but instead he told on me and fucking threw me under the bus like a coward. Like, if you can't do the fucking crime and you can't do the time, don't fucking do it. Like, you snitching makes your family all bad, like, puts your family at risk. Like, I wasn't not once thinking about that, especially once I found out I got told on and found out who it was. Like, I couldn't believe it, and my lady was blown away. It fucked up a lot of people, and it ruined a lot of things, and
for sure.
I ended up in prison time, and it changed me, and I grew up, and I became a man, and I learned respect, and everything worked out. And life happens for a reason. I do believe that, but if I wouldn't have gotten caught for that, it would have been something worse, and I could have, everything happens for the reason.
Yeah, you're telling the truth there. You just took me back to like 1986, 85, you know what I mean? Where my old lady was getting fucked by Jody, also known as Sancho. Like, all that shit did happen to me, bro. You know what I mean? And all it did was fucking make me fucking harden my heart and fucking be like, fuck everyone. And, at first when they were coming at me with time, I wanted to throw up in the courtroom, okay? And then fucking, I got home and I wanted to fucking cry in my pillow, you know what I mean? I got fucking 5 other men in a cell and I wanted to fucking cry in my pillow, you know what I mean? And, instead, like I said, I know how to fucking divert that fear and all that shit. And I fucking act like, they're only offering 25, you know what I mean? Ain't nothing. I ain't even 25 yet. So what am I worried about? You know what I mean? Like, I put all that out there, bro. And inside, I just wanted to fucking cry like a bitch. And I knew my old lady was getting piped down fucking regularly because she'd show up to visiting. Fucking hair looked like she just crawled out of bed. And he's still laying in the motherfucker. So I got that money though, you know what I mean? Like, she just put on that happy face and fucking, like, you never ever want your girl to leave visiting mad, right? You never want
pain, like,
sit
and now it's all through a computer screen. Like, it's pain, believe me. Out of sight, out of mind. She wants that bed warm. She wants that compassion. If you're gonna be doing serious time, women have needs. Like, someone's going to be filling that void. And I'm telling you, it's going to rip you apart. I've seen dudes hang themselves. I've seen a dude jump off the tier and try to kill himself over his girlfriend leaving him. I've seen multiple fools try to OD on heroin over their lady leaving them. Like, it's when you're in the joint and you can't get your kid, you know, take your kid out for their birthday or be there on your fucking Nana's birthday when she's got cancer and dying, it rips a hole in your heart. And I don't care how tough you are. If you're not compassionate about those that care about you, you know, you're just a coward, in my opinion. But I mean, to each their own.
Entire story right there, bro. That's fucking. You're laying out my entire story, and I just acted like I didn't give a fuck, and inside I was dying. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, and ain't nobody fucking writing me. Like, and I had to do that for my own protection. You know what I mean? Because what was I gonna do? Start crying and fucking in front of a bunch of motherfuckers that they're doing life. You know what I mean? Or whatever. You know what I mean? They've already gotten life or whatever. What am I gonna do? Start crying? You know what I mean? And trust me, I wanted to on several occasions. You know what I mean? Like fucking, especially when that fucking Dear Badger letter comes. You know what I mean? You got that bio.
Dear John letter. For anybody that doesn't know, that Dear John letter is like, you know, Dear John, I'm sorry it didn't work out, but me and Sancho are having a baby. I'm 4 months pregnant. I'm not putting any more money on your books. So that dope debt that you owe, you better get a banger because you're going to get stabbed. You know, good luck. I'm not coming to visit. I'm not bringing you cigarettes. You're not going to see little Joey anymore. He's going to be getting raised by old fucking Joe Blow. And see you in 15 when you get out. Hopefully, you know, you're doing good. Bye. And then it's a wrap. And you sit and think about that girl and wonder, you know, if she's thinking about you at night. And you're sitting there hearing your cellie snore and fart. And you're sitting in a fucking cell and hearing every single door open. It sucks. You never sleep good in the penitentiary. Every single time one of those doors racked, you don't know if someone's PCing up. You don't know if someone's popping that door to go kill their neighbor. You don't know what the fuck's going on, especially when you're in higher custody. Like, all jokes aside, you know, we try not to tell war stories, and I know how your channel is, and we try to be positive, but at the end of the day, fools get slaughtered up in there, and it's like nothing. After you've seen the violence so much, it's like nothing. You don't even, like, when you can tell when someone's new, when they jump in the window and they're like, oh my God, you know, when someone's doing, like, there's a crazy assault happening, you just get so numb to it after a while.
Look, you know what I mean? Like, right on, let me know who wins. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
who gives a fuck?
Yeah, like literally, dog. Like you're more in tune to the, you know, the Ink Master show that's on, or the magazine that you're reading. You know, you're reading some little smut novel, and you're more wondering, you know, if the girl's gonna get a huge phallus while she's bending over, instead of, you know, old boy out there fucking stabbing them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's crazy. Like, people just like to think that it's a joke, and we're just trying to, you know, puff up the story and sound cool. It's not cool by any means. It's ignorant. It's sad that human lives, you know, it's another society in society that society on the streets had no clue about.
And you know, like, I always try and play shit down on my stage because fucking people just won't buy that dude got stuck in the neck 34 times because he got an extra piece of bread. You know what I mean? Like, these are a few things I've seen that I don't discuss, bro. I'm like, fucking, these guys will be like, yeah, right. You know what I mean? Because they're so fucking naive to what a concrete jungle is with a bunch of fucking savage animals in it, you know? Especially
exactly what you just said. Literally exactly what you just said. Perfect scenario. Dude is working in the chow hall. He's the guy making the trays, and they're pushing the food out the trap for everyone to get their tray, right? Say that guy fucks up and sends out a tray and it's skimped, it's wrong, right? And that guy on the outside's feeling froggy and he's fucking disrespected, and he looks through that hole like, what's up, homeboy? Like, you only gave me a little bit of pudding? Like, what the fuck? And I got one piece of bread? And that fool's like, hey, bro, like, I apologize, keep it moving. And he's like, no, fuck that, homeboy. And he disrespects him. And now those twos are going, you know, now someone gets killed, bro, over a fucking pudding, you know, and that sounds so ignorant. People are out here crying about, you know, money, and, you know, they don't have a fucking clue. They think their job, it sucks their job telling them what to do. Like, you don't understand when you're obligated to do things to survive. Like, I'm only talking about it so that these people can maybe grasp, like, it's not a joke. It's always life or death. Someone that's patting you on the back, they're feeling for a soft spot. Like, that dude that you're kicking it with and that you're smoking cigarettes with, and you guys are homeboys and you guys have smashed a couple fools, you fuck off and you owe some money, or you didn't pay back fucking Joe Blow shot caller that, you know, 4 or 5 envelopes, and he tells somebody to smoke you, they're going to do it without thinking twice. And they're probably going to have your boy do it so that he can get close on you and fire on you when you're on the toilet or whatever.
I've let them know that, bro. I've let them know that. That's the one thing I do. Like, I love you means pay attention. I might get you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To me,
keep
that's
your enemy. Yeah, keep your friends close and your enemy closer. Like,
well, I mean, and at the time, you don't feel like you're enemies. You know what I mean? And fucking, you know, you feel like you got that camaraderie going on, bro. But fucking, just like you said, man, if I can't get to you or I want you done in a certain way or something, you're the only one that can. You know what I mean? Like, that's why you're careful what you pay attention to what your celly does, because you ride your celly's beef too, man. You know what I mean? He gets up on that cell fucking cursing out the CO or something. You're paying the price by your people and the COs. You know what I mean?
I try to explain that on my channel. Like, say some knucklehead sparks up a joint and a cop walks in and they end up searching that pod and they find Joe Blow's cell phone and they find another Joe Blow's sack of weed. Those dudes are getting got. Like, they're willing, you know, they're, oh yeah, like, oh my God. And your own race is going to clean you up and they're going to make an example out of you. And it's probably going to be on the yard or when the doors pop to go to chow, they're going to get you and it ain't going to be one dude. All these dudes, they're like, oh yeah, oh, I'll run solo. I'll run solo. You know, I'll do me. I'm a lone wolf.
Yeah.
It does not exist. You will die, and you will die quickly. You will get a bone crusher ran right through you. Someone will slit your throat, and not think twice about it. And I'm not talking. I'm not trying to embellish this. It's facts. Like, let's just put it this way: if you were in that situation, say, we're gonna say that Joe Blow was shot caller and he wanted so-and-so's nose cut off for putting his nose in his business. And Badger's the only person that can get at that dude, and Badger's in the cell with him. And they say, Joe Blow tells Badger, hey, like, I want that full got, homie. You know what time it is. If Badger would be like, nah, bro, I haven't got a ticket in a year. I go home in a year. They ain't trying to hear that when they're doing life, bro. And Badger's either going to do it or he's going to become all bad and they're both going to get got. If he doesn't take care of that dude, let's say he did it and he didn't do a good job, he still could get taken care of. If you do it and it's half-assed and they think that you was on some, like, hey, Sally, I'm going to beat you up and punch you on the nose and act like I got you. Because fools do that. I fucking have been with a Sally that tried to be on some bullshit. He was supposed to get smashed. And I told him, like, all right, you know what time it is? Take off your glasses. And he was like, no. Like, hey, we're Sally's, brother. Like, trying to not. And like, the Mexicans were watching through the grate, dog, in lockdown, looking through the vent. Like, I was in the rec pens, you know what I'm saying? And they could look through our rec pens at the bottom and see us if we were at the other side of our far cell. And I told him, take off your glasses, fool. Like, you know what time it is? Like, he smashed his celly. Check this out. He smashed his celly, made a bad call over some stupid issue, sent his full packing. They fought twice, once at night, once in the morning. The second fight, he told him, pack it up. The dude did pack it up. One of the fellas found out what happened with his situation and, really found out what happened. The dude had got smashed from the next 2 cells that he got moved. He said that dude is all good. Anyone fucks with him again or touches him, I don't care who it is, you're going to, it's over. He is solid. There was a mistake made. He is solid, and that's what it is. And that's what it was in stone, bro. No one could say a word. And that dude went from being all bad and certified PCing up, telling the cop, I got to go, to he was solid again because it was a bad call. And my celly really fucked up. And he's lucky. The individual where we are at that just happened to be in power at that time was just, he knew that if there was a body over there that he was going to be, the one that was going to get caught up. They all the cops, for anybody that doesn't know, obviously we're just chopping it up because we know this, but STG is security threat group. And anybody that's affiliated or normally somebody that has the keys or that you guys would call a shot caller, SSU, the people that are running the gang task force, they know who has what and who's in power. On a GP yard, the difference between a PC yard is on a GP yard, they'll go to whoever the head is and like, yo, your people are doing this. Like, can you guys tighten it up? Or, we're going to start fucking searching cells and we're going to fuck shit up. And the GP, the head will let their people know and they'll try to get shit right so that they can continue doing their thing. But on a PC yard, people don't realize everyone's running amok and, they don't give a fuck. Like, it's totally different. It was structurally like that.
Right. Plus you're living with trash and all that. Anyway, I showed you photos from my case file. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't half-ass anything. You know what I mean?
People
So
know about that, Badger? Do people even know about like that whole shit?
nah, I don't really put that out. I got the photos of my case file on Patreon, but I don't really discuss it, bro, because like I said, people start to look at you a certain way. You know what I mean? And you told my story exactly as it was. You know what I mean? Like 3 days to the house, I ended up doing what you've seen. You know what I mean? And 3 days to the house, bro. Like these guys, this dude just got broke off 187 years. This dude got broke off 421 years. They ain't trying to hear I'm going home in 3 days. You know what I mean? And like I said, I let people know though that before that, bro, I was probably in maybe like 4 fights. You know what I mean? I think I lost 2 of them. You know, and I mean, you've seen I did it dirty too, bro. Like fucking
Straight savage, dog. Straight
I
savage.
called a
For
renege.
anybody that wants to see what we're talking about, I highly recommend that you check out Badger's Patreon. I highly recommend. If you guys all clown and say that this fool is fucking getting down and that he's doing dumb shit, look what this motherfucker was about when he had 3 days before he could have went home and seen his son or been there with his family and ate some good food. And that fool, instead of being a piece of shit and leaving, did what he had to do just so that he didn't jeopardize himself and his name. And like people, if you're not in the position and you don't think you want to make that choice, don't go because it's not an option. You will have to make that choice too, and it can change your life. How long did you get in prison, Badger?
Did a day or two, you know what I mean? So we'll just call it that. You know,
No, really. Let's explain how a fucking 10-minute mistake changed how many years of your life?
I had 21 years of my life, bud.
21 years?
Yeah.
I was born in 89. You were already doing time, right?
It's in 84.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, and
Think for
don't
the
get me
people
wrong, bro. Don't think I didn't sit in my cell and think about fucking locking it up. You know what I mean?
at least you're honest, you know?
That fucking thought was there 100%. Like when at count time, I'm like, I'm just gonna tell these guys I gotta go. You know what I mean? Like,
Yo! Hey, Tio, I
I-
gotta go. My hemorrhoids are flared up.
no, it was deputies. It was county jail. It was happening in
Oh
county.
yeah, Dio!
Yeah.
Dio!
You know, like I was thinking of saying, hey, my boy, both of us need to fucking roll it up at count time. You know what I mean? And fucking my boy Weasel. I usually don't throw out names, but anyway, my boy came by and he's like, fucking, I love you, brother. I just want you to know that. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I mean? Because there's only 2 of us in a cell, bro. You know what I mean? And I made a little joke out of it when they came and found him. You seen how many holes were in the back, right? And I said, you tried to commit suicide. And he goes, well, how do you fucking get that many holes in his back? You know what I mean? Like he was determined. You know what I mean? Like they weren't going for any of that shit, bro. But